Enthusiasm changes lives, and that's true. Another person's enthusiasm was what set me moving toward success I had attained. That person was my stepmother. This is our author talking, not me. Our author was 9 years old when she entered her home. We lived in poverty in rural Virginia, but she had come from better circumstances, and she would not accept our circumstances without protest. My father introduced me to her with these words: "I would like you to meet the fellow who is distinguished for being the worst boy in this county, and will probably start throwing rocks at you no later than tomorrow morning." My stepmother walked over to me, tilted my head upward, and looked me right in the eye. Then she looked at my father and replied, "You are wrong. This is not the worst boy in the county, but the smartest one who hasn't yet found an outlet for his enthusiasm." That statement began a friendship between us which is destined to produce these 17 principles of success and to carry their influence around the world. No one had ever called me smart. My family and neighbors had built me up in my own mind as being a bad boy, and I had done nothing to disappoint them. My stepmother, in one brief statement, changed all that. She changed many things. She persuaded my father to go to dental school, from which he was graduated with honors. She moved our family into the county seat where my father's practice could flourish and my brothers and I could be better educated. My father resisted these efforts at first, but her enthusiasm always won him over. When I turned 14, she bought me a second-hand typewriter. Excuse me. And that told me that she believed I could become a writer. I knew her enthusiasm, I relished it, and I saw how it had already improved our lives. I accepted her belief and began to write for local newspapers. I was doing the same kind of writing that fateful day I went to interview Andrew Carnegie and received the change that became my life's work. My stepmother's enthusiasm had not just put me in a position to grasp such an opportunity, but given me the self-confidence and enthusiasm of my own to succeed at it. Now, I wasn't the only benefactor. My father became the most prosperous man in town. My brothers and stepbrothers became a physician, a dentist, a lawyer, and a college president. What power enthusiasm has! When that power is released to support definite purpose and is constantly renewed by faith, it becomes an irresistible force for which poverty and temporary defeat are no match. Now we can communicate that power to anyone who needs it. This is probably the greatest work we can do with our enthusiasm. Excite the imaginations of others, inspire their creative vision, help them connect with intelligence. Building, demonstrating, and sharing enthusiasm are a perfect manifestation of the moral principles behind the science of success. When we deliver our work with enthusiasm, we are already going the extra mile. We create a success consciousness around you that inevitably affects others for the better. The more enthusiasm we direct into the world, the better we are preparing ourselves to attain exactly what we want. And that is so true. All of the adversities that we overcome with our enthusiasm, we have something bad that happens to us, and we've got a choice in how we can act, and we can plow through it with enthusiasm and make those gray skies blue, and we can do all the things necessary to get ourselves out of that funk just by acting enthusiastically. And that enthusiasm can infect others, and that enthusiasm can carry others to new heights and new levels, and you can help others in that respect. What a great thing to be a part of that. So the enthusiasm that you have, the enthusiasm that I have in a mastermind can build, and it can grow, and it can cause that mastermind to bring great successes. I love the story that our author told us about his stepmother who gave him enthusiasm. There's too many stories of stepmothers that aren't good for their stepkids, and I just love that Napoleon was turned around from what would be known as a bad kid to a smart kid. So I was really glad to read that about that. I never read that before. So I know that the way that we can interact with our fellow man or our children is in a positive light. with a positive mental attitude and act with enthusiasm. Of course, we want to control our enthusiasm, and there was some good guidance on how to do that, enthusiasm logs and so on and so forth. But in the end, it's about enthusiastic action, and it'll help us get through hard times. So join us at facebook.com/etherspace. That's facebook.com/AETHERSPACE, or facebook.com/4 Northern Direct. That's facebook.com/Northern Direct. Y'all have a good one.